What's up guys? Thought I would do another video today. So you may have seen two videos I went up on my channel. I think one was called Ian's Getting Rattled Again or something like that. That was a video I recorded yesterday. I was meant to upload that yesterday and I didn't. And also there was also another one that I uploaded and I recorded that one yesterday as well. And that was uploaded today. So a lot of you guys, so I've been thinking about a hobby you guys could take up, something that I would recommend, you guys getting into or having a go at. So I would say have a go at drumming. Now, a year ago, somebody had said to me, would you take up drumming? I probably would have said no. Up until last summer. Anyway, obviously, but since last summer, since I started doing my drumming sessions, towards the end of the summer, well, just before the summer holidays, it's like I've really developed a lot of love for drumming, and it's like, I think the thing is about drumming is it's like, when I'm hitting the drums, it's like I'm releasing a lot of stress and a lot of tension, like that's all just being released from my body, and I think that it makes me happy to be releasing that tension and to be releasing that stress in a way. I think the thing is with drumming as well is I think I've sort of finally found something that I'm actually good at and something that I actually love and enjoy doing. Like, and obviously when I was at school we never really did drumming. We did. We learnt the other the other instruments. So instruments like, for example, the guitar, and other musical instruments like that, keyboards. But we didn't really have a proper drum kit. I don't even remember there being a proper drum kit in at all. And I know when I moved to Cavendish, we never really did music lessons there. So, obviously, drumming's not bad for the most part. Drumming can be like that. It can be, for me, it's a good way to relax and to sort of de-stress a little bit, if I'm being honest. And as I said, when it comes to drumming, I think I finally found that something that I am actually good at and I can actually do well. As I said before, drumming up until last year was something that I never thought I would get into. Like, I never thought it was never something I ever saw myself doing, and it's not something I ever saw myself enjoying all that much. But I mean, surprisingly, I think I've after starting my drumming sessions last year, I really started to enjoy them a lot more than I had done previously. And that's not all bad. It's like you win some, you lose some with drumming. You never know what to expect. I would say definitely, if you're thinking about giving it a go, definitely give it a go. Don't completely turn your nose up at the idea. Because obviously I do drumming and it's glad, it's something I'm glad I started doing, because it's something, it's that thing that, I finally found that thing that I actually love and enjoy doing. And, I finally found that thing that I'm actually really good at and something that I can actually do quite well, to be honest. And it's a good feeling. It makes you happy when you actually find, because it's been such a while, it's taken me a very long time to actually find that something that I actually really do enjoy doing, and something that I can really commit to and put my time into and put my effort into. Because this is the thing, like, I've never really found that thing that I can really commit to and that I could see myself doing, like, long term. But with drumming, it's like I finally found that something that I can actually commit to and I can actually see myself doing long term, for many more months ahead. it's not something that I ever see myself really getting bored of, or, getting fed up with it. Like, 'cause I feel like drumming is one of those things you never really do get bored of. Like, you never lose that love for it. And as I said, I don't think I ever will lose that love for drumming. I think, that love is always going to be there. It's drumming, for me, is that something I'm actually good at, and it's something that I can actually do quite well. And as I said, it's taken me quite a while to actually find that's something that I'm good at, and to find that something that I can do quite well. And I mean, I wasn't even aware that they did drumming sessions at the Spotlight, which is where I go to every week. Now, the Spotlight is a great place for young people because there's always so many activities on there during the week. Obviously during term time, and then obviously during like the summer holidays and that, they have their summer holiday schedules and stuff that, they have all different things going on throughout the school holidays. But obviously when the school holidays end, they go back to their sort of regular timetable, and obviously up until the next set of school holidays. But I think, as I said, with drumming, it's that thing that I find quite relaxing and a good way. I find it a good way of de-stressing and sort of releasing that tension. Like, obviously there's not really anything bad about it. Like, I mean, there's not really any negatives to it. I mean, yeah, it does make your hands ache after a while, but it's fun to do. It's worth it. The aching hands are actually worth it, to be fairly honest. I wouldn't say they weren't. But yeah, obviously I would definitely recommend you guys getting into drumming if you haven't already, because, I mean, yeah, some of you guys might be like me. Like, you might be like me, someone who never saw themselves getting into drumming, but you might find that if you give drumming a go, you might actually like it. And it's something that it's something that, you might actually find yourself being able to commit to, like I have. I have found that something that I felt, that I can actually commit to long term, and that I don't see myself actually giving up. Because I've done a lot of things in the past, and then ended up, giving up because I wasn't enjoying it that much. So I did Scouts, about 10 years ago. I did Scouts, but then I gave that up because I wasn't really enjoying it that much. And I started hitboxing at the Spotlight, and was only doing that for like a couple of weeks, and then didn't go again. That was the problem with me when I was younger. I was always starting these different activities and things like that, and then only giving up on them after like a few weeks, or, a couple of months or whatever. I think I was doing the Scouts for at least 3 or 4 months before I gave up. And with hitboxing, I only did a couple of sessions of hitboxing before I actually gave that up as well, and decided that's not something I wanted to do. And I mean, yeah, obviously, as I said, you might find that it's something that you enjoy doing. It might not be something that you enjoy doing, but I think the drum is, something that is definitely worth doing. Certainly worth giving a go. I mean, you shouldn't immediately pass up on the idea, because you might not regret that. And I think if I hadn't started doing drumming, I think I would have regretted it myself, to be honest. With me, when I'm drumming, I feel like I'm in the zone, kind of, like, I'm in the zone, it feels good. When I'm drumming, it does feel good. And you might find it feels good for you as well when you're drumming, you know. I think, you know, being able to do something, you know, doing something that I'm actually good at and doing something that I'm actually able to do quite well feels very good. And it is a good feeling because, as I said, it's taken me a little while to, you know, actually find that's something I can actually say that I'm 100% genuinely good at it, you know. It's taken me a little while to find that's something that I can do well, but I finally found that something, and that something is drumming. So yeah, I thought I'd give you I thought I would give you guys a little pep talk, give you guys an idea of something that you can give a go if you're looking for something to get into. Give drumming a go. You might end up realising it was the best decision you ever made, because I've now started to realise that it was the best decision I ever made, and that might be the same for you. I mean, I think the finish with drumming, you won't know how much you enjoy it until you actually give it a go. You know, it's definitely something that's, you know, you should give it a go for at least a few weeks before you decide that you actually don't like it. You know, you should go a few times, and you know, you shouldn't just go once and then decide that you don't want to go again. You should give it a go for a few weeks and just see how much you actually like it. Because you might find after a few weeks, you actually start getting into it. You know, you actually start to enjoy it. Which is why, you know, which is a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video anyway, and I'll see you for another one soon. Bye.